What's up, guys? Euclid back here with you again. Today I'm going to be talking about what is something I consider to be a hell of a touchy subject, but it's something that here recently, honestly specifically today, that I just can't help but talk about now to make a video on. And I'm not going to be doing anything flashy. I'm not known for that anyways, other than gameplay and stuff like that. I'm not the best video editor, but today I'm going to talk about something that I care about more than most things when it comes to the Halo universe, and that is the return of playable elites in multiplayer. I know a lot of you want to cringe at the thought of that because it probably almost feels like a dead horse. The horse ain't dead, and the subject's not been beat enough. As a matter of fact, it's not even been hit. It's like an untouched pinata at a Halo party. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I won't mention names, and I won't mention which page it is that I run or which thing, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or whatever. But recently, I received a pretty nasty comment about the way I feel about the return of playable elites in multiplayer, and that did not shoot me down. To be honest with you, I feel like I could have used that negative energy to launch a Mac round to someone. Like, it was enough to make me feel not enraged, but powerful. And this is going to be probably a little cringy. This is going to be a little bit more than maybe what's necessary, but throughout other YouTubers that have inspired me to talk about it and everything else, I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up now. Bring them back. Bringing back playable elites. That's the subject for this video. And even though it's going to seem like a ramble, I'm going to bring up a bunch of points. It's not going to be organized. I want you guys to know how I feel, and I want to know if you feel the same way, because I know that a lot of you do. I have a small petition, and when I say small, I'll tell you the exact number as far as it is now. We're at 274 signatures. It is small. The petition is small, and I've got it in the link. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about the main point. The main point is not the argument between the new elites and the old elites, because why not both? The main point is this. The reason that this is coming up to me, and the reason that this main subject has surfaced, and why I'm just full of all this just raw energy and why I can do it, is because through someone's hate for the way I feel about, you know, playable Sanhelian multiplayer in the next Halo titles, is because, and it's not even that I'm mad. I'm not mad at 343 Industries. Halo Wars 2 not only restored some faith with them for me, but it honestly made me feel like they're listening. I know they're listening. They received what I would consider the mantle of the Halo universe, and honestly, I know that they're trying. There's more stories there than just, oh, they didn't do it, they hate elites, or they hate Halo. That's not how I feel. But what I do feel like is that there's a subject, a problem, even to a lot of us, a minority that just for the most part simply refuses to speak. There's a lot of people out there, and I think that's why I wanted to make this video, to put it out there that you're not alone. When it comes to the Halo universe, I feel like this is something that needs to be spoken about, and it needs to be spoken about with raw passion. And that's all I have for this subject. The reason Halo elites need to return is this: because they were there before, and it's not just that cliche, oh, the game's moved on. There's one point. No, it hasn't. The fans are the game. The fans are the Halo universe. Without them, you wouldn't have all these creative content, creators out there. And I'm obviously not talking about myself. I'm talking about the ones out there that basically, without knowing it, pushed me to do this and to speak about it. And to be honest with you, the series is not dying. I feel like it's growing in a way, in a lot of different ways, and I don't feel like there's that much of a difference between the new age Halo fans and the old ones. There's not that big of a difference. Now, obviously I've been there since Halo Combat Evolved. I've been there since the original Xbox. I remember receiving the game, not knowing much about it, and loving it instantly. And then with Halo 2, that obviously grew, and you know why. I know some of you want to cringe, but this is something that I gotta speak about because it can't be avoided. I love the Sanheli. I love everything about them, from their noble stature to their ways of almost ignorant honor to the way that they run their systems. But not only that, I loved the choice that was there in multiplayer. It's something that we could have chosen from. I don't dislike the Spartans. I absolutely fell in love with the story of the Mjolnir armor and the way that they worked beforehand. Even the Spartan 1 project beforehand. All the lore that goes within it. I love having the Sanheli as an alien counterpart to that. You've got a society that was given such advanced technology, but their beliefs are almost archaic and medieval. Like, you've got this almost feudal system of knights, but in an alien race and culture that is thrown together, and the way that they work and the way that they stand and everything about them, I almost fell in love with this saurian reptilian race. And a lot of what I say, due to the sheer, uncontained passion for the subject, is probably going to be slightly inaccurate, if not blown out of proportion, and I do apologize for that. But I don't apologize for how I feel, and that is I feel that there is an absence of something. Let me just make a small thing here, a small little disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. I do not dislike 343 Industries. I love the Bungie era, but I don't want Bungie back. That's not something that I want, nor am I a Bungie fanboy. Been called that multiple times. I'll take it, because I've been around since the games first came out. I've been around for Marathon. I've been around for all these old titles since before it developed, because that's really when the Spartan program up here in a concept first developed. You come to talk about it, but I digress way too far. The reason that I love the Elites so much is not just for their lore and their story. We're always going to be able to have that through the books and everything, and that's fine. That's how it feeds me. The main reason why I want them back is because when it first became a choice, they unlocked an expanse of new fan base. I just like bitch slapped the mic. I guess the frustration gets taken out on it. They unlocked this new and this just raw ability, to choose. And like just having the Spartans there, you can't get rid of them. They're cemented. They are the backbone of the Halo universe, especially when it comes to that signature gold visor on John 117's helmet. But the Elites are a very big part of the backbone of Halo and have been for years. It doesn't feel the same. And I'm not here to complain. I'm here to speak, to talk about it. There's a petition in the comments below. If you haven't already, you should check it out and you should sign it. I'll leave it there. I plan to talk about it more in the future, and if it's annoying, I'm sorry. Feel free to unfollow. I mean, no disrespect, because this isn't something that I think we can carry on and get to more people as far as the voice goes by talking about it in such an aggressive manner. No, diplomacy is the way to talk about it. We got to let them know how we feel, because ultimately, that's what 343 Industries wants. They want to please their fans. They're making these games, and it is a business to a degree. They have to make money, but to make the next title and to keep it on with it, don't just put content out there, people buy it, and then they hate it for years. There's been several buggy issues and stuff like that, and we're going to talk about all of it, and not in an organized order. I'm trying to slow down, but I can't. I just got this big feeling of inertia, and I had to talk about it because I think that anybody that plays Halo and likes it for some reason is a true Halo fan. Just because I played it since Combat Evolved doesn't make me a true Halo fan, as opposed to somebody that just started playing during 4 or 5. That doesn't make sense. I don't believe that. I think if you're a part of the Halo universe and you're playing the games, you are a fan. It is that simple. But what makes me different on this specific order is because, this specific issue, is that I haven't seen enough people talk about it. I've seen a lot of people talk about it, gifted content creators and people piecing together wonderful videos with wonderful cutscenes, ranging from the original Halo, which is rare to see those in content, and from Halo 2 to the original mission brought in where you first play as Thelvadam, or previously Thelvadami, the Arbiter, and his missions. Now, in a lot of ways, did they compare to the Master Chief John 117's missions? No, because he's the main protagonist. Nobody can dispute that. But when Thelvadam was brought into the mix, when the Sandhili were brought into the mix, and we were told the very human story that they have, how they can relate to us in so many ways, that cemented everyone's passion and love for the Elites. And when you do that and then make them available in multiplayer, people that go into multiplayer, and this is going to sound cheesy, guys, so I'm sorry, but it's the truth. People that go into multiplayer as Elites don't always just play them because they like the aliens and they're different. They do it because they feel like they are the Elite. They are the Sandhili. Going into multiplayer and battling amongst both their Spartan and their Elite brothers and sisters, and they're going into it, and that's what made the multiplayer great. I am not a pro player. Little dust there. I'm not a pro player, but what I do know is that the absence has created a bit of a void. People are like, why are they so angry about it? Well, multiplayer it's competitive gameplay and you shouldn't have them there. Put them in social. That's been proposed. Nah, just leave them out. Why? Just leave them out. But why? You can't give a reason? There is no reason. There is no reason to not include them. That has been a thing for years now. There have been petitions created. I believe Halo Follower may have actually created one for bring back elites in Halo 5. They talked about possibly doing it in a DLC. It never happened. I'm not dissing them because they're creative. They're gifted. I could never do what they do. But what we can do as the fans, as the very essence of life of the series, is we can tell them what we want. And what I lack in the ability to make really lucrative and creative content, I have the ability to speak about things like this, and this is something that I'm very passionate about, especially with the Halo series. I love the books, I love the story. You correct me on something, I will thank you, because I want to know the truth to the lore. I'm not going to argue with somebody pointlessly over something like that, but this comment that I received was so damn hateful. I never thought that somebody could be so angry about something. In quote, the person will not be mentioned. The comment's been deleted since, and I'm not going to say anything about it. But basically, what this person had to say was that I was a lifeless bastard who didn't know what he was talking about, and that if I was a real Halo player, I would jump aboard and become a Spartan and play. Have I played Halo 5 much since its release? No. Did I like the campaign? Not really. I love some of the places we went and all that stuff, but the real issue here is the lack of at least multiplayer and the ability to play with them. I love the classic designs even, and you could bring those back as well. But don't get rid of the new ones. They're brought in. They're a part of it now. Keep them both. Who's to say there's not different, different versions of that? There's a word for that that's more proper, but I'm not going to use that. This is all about how I feel about it, and I want to know how many of you out there that actually take the time to watch this video feel the same way. Halo has so many pieces to it that make it whole, and honestly, it's felt good, but I wasn't able to feel that good old Halo feeling until I played Halo Wars 2 with Let Valier and the crew of the Enduring Conviction and the San Healy brought back. I literally play as that just to relive that, along with the abilities that I love from it, but I do that to relive what I have coming back from the series and the old games, because I feel like the old games and the new can combine and cohese, and they can make something that just is so damn powerful. Master Chief Collection, people argue that it couldn't have, maybe it would have united the Halo community, but it could have. It's not that it would or it wouldn't have, it's that it could have, and the possibility wasn't there, the bugs were there, and it just was never fixed, and it's still got problems, like, insane. Another small issue is that when the Halo Master Chief Collection came out, and when you go to multiplayer, I was so anxious to play as these really cool designs, these redesigns of the elites, which some people don't like how spherical the helmets are, I get that, but I love their frame and their build and the way that Thelva Dom looked. He looked amazing in the new game. It's on my second monitor right now. I can't even get over how much I love the redesign of the San Healy. And then when I go to play as it, and this is a good valid point for what I'm about to say next, it wasn't the Halo 2 Anniversary model. It was 343i's model of the San Healy, despite the fact that the model for the Halo 2 Anniversary Elite was in the campaign. And I don't understand that. I don't understand why that was the case. Have both. Introduce it. But also, the fact that we could play as 343i's San Healy model begs the question, why was that not in Halo 4 or 5 in multiplayer? Why was that not there? That's like, and I'm not saying this to say you need to answer for your crimes and stuff like that. No, it's a question that has not been answered. It's not been answered, and you can't just get over something like that. I'm trying not to make this video too long. This video is about the petition that I started. It's small. We're almost to 300 subscribers. Woo! But one thing that I believe is that more people feel this way than is currently known. It's considered a minority. The people that play as elites, there are always less of them, except for when I host games on my Facebook page and see a roster full of them, and that's when I know that although they're small, when united, there's more of them than you think. And I think that there are even people that play as Spartans predominantly that want them back. I've had that. There are people that follow our page, San Healy, exactly as it's spelled, on Facebook. Feel free to check us out. We occasionally post all kinds of stuff. Had to throw that in there because I'm really proud of that page and the other admins on that page. But There have been so many content creators that have said stuff about it. I won't mention names, but they know who they are, and it's pretty obvious because I called them out in one of my last videos. Sorry, guys. Wasn't looking for a shout out, just really wanted to thank you for what you guys have done. And all those people have said the same thing. Please bring it back. Please bring it back. You know, there's been a channel, you know who you are, who proposed that you have both models, the 343i's newer models, the more brutish and sluggish and heavy ones, more of the, I would say, the bruisers and the shock troopers, and then also the classic and the noble and the more upright and stern and just the more elite looking Sandhealy, because that's what embodied them. Their armor was angled and almost noble and royal looking. It's like they mixed futuristic technology with medieval like lifestyle and culture, and they took it together. I mean, you just got to think about that. So when they didn't include these things, when they didn't include them and there was no valid reason why, and you blame it on competitive multiplayer, you say, okay, put it in social, people deny that. They're like, just don't put them in. Why? Why? Why not? It was an option. One of Halo's biggest things growing up that I always loved, and I still love till now, because the options in Halo 5 Forge are incredible. You've got to give a shout out to a game that even you may not play a lot. I've taken the time to mess around in Forge, and I have loved what they have done with it. But you know what else I love? Elite's back. And why would I love that? Because I've had that since Halo 2. For years in the early 2000s did I get to play as them, and then they were just taken out. Why not bring them back? Bring both models into it. Let them play as the bigger ones. If you want to keep it social, that's fine. You don't want these MLG fanboys to get upset, that's fine. And I'm not insulting you guys. I get competitive gameplay. Everybody should be the same general size for Major League Gaming, and I do understand that. And I respect that, because I'm not a pro gamer. I'm just a passionate one, and I want this to be recognized. And the biggest problem I have with it is when people get, you know, to the ones out there that support this stuff, but you handle it angrier. Don't do it that way. Be less aggressive and violent about it, and just be passionate. Be understanding. 343 Industries, I think, is going in the right direction with Halo Wars 2. Do I think that the campaign was good? Yes. Do I like the multiplayer? Yes. I can't wait to play as Morgan Cansano. I love everything about it, but I like the mixtures of these two factions that even through the Banished, the Covenant survived. The Covenant is almost still here, but in a different way, and I like that. They kept what we loved and we didn't get rid of it, and I think that that's kind of a sign that we might be able to do it. I believe Halo playable elites will come to Halo 6. I do, because it's been too much and there's been too long of a gap without them, and they know. They know. They're not stupid. They're skilled and intelligent people. 343i knows this, and I think they want to please everybody. But guys, we can't just complain in silence. Only bad things happen. Things get worse if there's an infection. If you're cut and you got an infection, you treat it. You don't let it go and then bitch that it hurts. You don't do that. So what I see is us banding together, whether it be through this petition or a greater one. If you know a petition that's way more successful than mine, share it in the comments and we'll go to them. We will find the best petition that we can, and I will promote them personally. I don't care if I have to be the martyr of the Bring Back Elites campaign. I don't care if I have to receive all the hateful comments from some people, and they do exist, that hate them just because they're different. And you never thought somebody could be racist towards a fake video game series? Think again, because it's happened. I have received negative comments, but I've received more good ones. And I try to play it neutral, but it's like, oh, Bungie fanboy feeding on nostalgia. No, Halo fan who just misses options. That's what I am. And you've gotten it wrong this long, you've gotten it wrong again if you still believe that. I try to play it neutral, guys, but after receiving this comment, I got discouraged for about 10 seconds. And then I took a drink of my coffee, I looked up and said, screw it. I'll make a video just on that. I went to play some Halo Wars 2 campaign or multiplayer gameplay earlier. I was going to play as Morgan Cansano. Had to reinstall the game because some files are messed up and I had to do that. So I figured, what better way to spend my time hustling making a YouTube video than one talking about this issue right here that I don't think gets enough attention. My brothers and sisters that create content right now have tried. And this is me trying to add to them. To say that this is what we can do, this is the petition that we can support, if so be it, and I will be the one to take care of it. I'm very active. I always make time for this stuff. I'll make sure to keep people up to date with it. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. I don't care if it asks you to donate. join, help. And 343 Industries, please bring them back. We've wanted them back for years, and I know you know this. I know that you know this. I don't hate the new models. In a lot of ways, I like how brutishly strong they look. But they're not elites. They're thugs. You've got an entire squad of zealots, highly skilled, previous Covenant swordsmen, religious, psychopathic swordsmen. They're amazingly skilled in combat. The books prove it. And you take that and you make them dumb. They drop their weapons and they fist fight? No, you don't do that. There's misrepresentations, and you have that. And people are going to disagree with me. And for those that do, I understand. You know, this probably gets annoying to hear about. But there's a reason that this issue hasn't died yet, because for that issue to die, we would physically have to not be around. Like, that we feel this way, and we can't not talk about it. This is something that we're passionate about because it's a part of what made the Halo universe big. I'm rambling, so let me just cut it down into... Playable elites can work in multiplayer. They did before and they can again. You want to keep them social and unranked, that's fine, because social is all I played. Didn't give a damn about my ranked. I just wanted to play with my friends and to be able to be like, oh, you know, there's Callus. Yeah, that's a part of my gamer tag, and it's also my admin name on the San Haley page. Callus, yeah, playing, rocking his Zealot golden armor. Yeah, playing in social. Part of it was because in the old Halo multiplayer games, you had a part of the armor that was yours and the part that matched the team. I miss that. I miss that so much. And the Halo 3 bought all these different combinations of armor. You could have one pauldron of type here, one assault, the other combat, and have an aesthetic helmet with those awesome blades sticking out. You could be your own. And the same with the Mjolnir armor of the Spartans. You could fully customize whatever you had, and you could do that. And I miss that, guys. I miss it so much. I miss it so much. And I just wanted to come back. And maybe I'm wasting my time. Watch this video get next to no likes, next to no shares, and nothing but hateful comments. I don't care. I'm willing to do that. I don't care if I receive hate from it, because I don't want Spartans gone. You can never get rid of them. They're the heart of Halo. Master Chief especially, that golden visor will forever be cemented as the heart of Halo. I think I'm a little crazy, guys, but I really care about these games. I have since long before high school. And to be honest with you guys, I miss the way it used to feel. It's coming back. I feel a return through Halo Wars 2, and the fact that Halo Wars universe is going to connect. That part of the universe is going to connect with our FPS main title universe. I'm a mess of words right now, guys, but I got motivated, and through someone else's hate, I got hope. And my hope is that this thing can become something major, but I need your help. I need your help so badly to get the voice out to them. If they already are planning to put them in, great. Let's cement that. Let's cement it. Let's put it forward and let them know that we miss our playable elites. And if they don't want it in multiplayer, make 2 versions of ranked. It's possible. Take the time making the game. Spend 4 years making the game. I don't give a shit. Just take your time making it. Make it good. We will understand. Will we be impatient? Yeah, but nobody can deny the fact that the best part about a new game that you love is days before it comes out, when you're hyped for it, and they've got the image of the game printed on Game Fuel, and they've got the boxes decorated with it, and I remember when Halo 3 was going to come out, and they had Halo 3 Game Fuel, which most people thought was gross, probably not healthy. Bought it in packs and packs, and we had LAN parties. You guys remember LAN parties? Hooking up Xboxes in rooms together and everything else? So yes, I'll admit it, guys. My heart's full of nostalgia. But the point of a game to stay successful is not to change totally. It's to update and to innovate and to better itself. And in a lot of ways it has. Forge is amazing now. But what about multiplayer? What about us? Me. My admins, Reapa and Vera. And our new one we just got, you know. And you really come to think about it, and I know that this is probably like, oh my god, this guy's getting way too into it. Yes, I am, but this is how I really feel. You get to see my ADHD and my digression and everything else poking into it, and that's because that's who I am. And who I am as a Halo fan is somebody that doesn't hate Spartans or elites, but he wants them both. I miss the option, armor type, player model type, elite Spartan next to each other. Am I the only one that misses that? Hell no. And I know a lot of you miss it too. Even those of you that play as Spartans, don't you miss shooting elites in multiplayer? I mean, you feel that way about them, bring them back so you can shoot at them. I miss invasion, but don't just bring invasion back. Bring the ability to choose and have a mixed match class of teams. You can't forget the fact that elites and Spartans train together if you want to be lore about it, if you want to get into the lore. And when it comes right down to it, Halo 3 and Halo 2 were old games, but they still have servers. You can play them with the Master Chief Collection. Good luck to a degree on that. This video needs to end, but not before I say how I really feel. I miss the elites. I miss the Sanhelian new multiplayer games in the Halo series. I miss when a new title came out. I'm like, can't wait to play the campaign and to do that stuff. I understand if it's concentrated more on the UNSC and Master Chief John, Spartan Locke. He needs a better story, by the way. These characters deserve great stories, but you can't just throw things out because, oh, we don't need them anymore. What did you just do? You just left so many people that use it for machinima, that use it for their clans, and use it for everything else. Sometimes they like the diversity of that. Another thing that made Halo so great was the expansiveness of the universe, which extended into the multiplayer. The fact that you could choose. I'd be okay with a third race coming into multiplayer. If you just want to keep it social, that's fine. But when someone makes the argument, okay, just keep them social if you don't want them into competitive matchmaking like ranked. Nah, just leave them out. I've heard that so much. Tell me why. Tell me why. You can't give me a good reason. And if you try, I'm just going to be like, I respect that, but wrong. So, I know I come off as arrogant, guys, and I try not to, because I respect everybody in the Halo universe. The Halo community is so big, but sometimes it feels so divided on things like this. In closing, guys, the petition's down below. If you want to sign it, it'll take a minute of your time, but it doesn't cost the damn thing. And I really want to see the Halo community unite again. I care that much about it. I admin a Halo page. I am active on Twitter, checking it, looking, to see what all the great content creators that I follow are posting and just all the different stuff. And it's so nice to have so many people across the world that share this love of a game series and a community that I do. We can make a difference together, and it's cheesy, but it's true. We can bring them back. We can bring back elites. We can bring them back. But I need your help. Consider this the rallying of the keeps. The Kaidan and his keeps. I can't do it alone, guys. And for those of you Sanheli fans out there, Sanhelios needs you. I mean, let it be cheesy, but it's the truth. If we want them back, we got to do it together. We can't just sit and sulk and bitch and complain. We can't be negative towards the one company. We can't be negative towards the collaboration of companies that are responsible for keeping our series alive. We need to talk to them, send them a message, and if anybody from 3483i is watching this, thank you so much for Halo Wars 2. I love the game. I've already been posting videos about it. I love the game so much, and you literally have proved me wrong on so many points, and I'm sorry that I doubted you. But it's just good to feel that way again. So, this is the best that I got. Just this crazy kid from Ohio that makes Halo videos, amongst other things. And this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and now it's out there, and the courage is past, and I'm ready to just play some games and not think about it now. But yeah, the petition's down below. If you guys feel the same way as I do, thank you. If you don't, I understand. I still want you to leave your comments. You won't be disrespected for disagreeing with me. But there's no reason for them to be gone. I want them back. I want both models available and multiplayer. I'd love that. Just to see all the different diversities, Spartan 2s, 3s, and 4s. You could have all of them if you really wanted to. But we have to ask them for that. And if they need more time to make it, give them more time and be patient. I'm willing to wait a few more years for the next Halo title. I don't want it to be pressed. Please, God, no. There's too much to expand upon with Halo 5 right now anyways. So, guys, that is it for me. If you liked the video, hit like. I need to know that this is, worth your time as well as mine. If you didn't like it, be honest. Criticism is wonderful. I love when you guys are honest, even if it's when you don't like what I make. And if you guys want to hear more videos like this in the future, expect at least a podcast every other week, because that's what I plan to do. I plan to talk about it. I know I rambled, and I know it wasn't organized, but that's just how I feel. And when you just talk about how you feel, it comes out in lumps and they can be organized later. So from one Stanley Healy fan to the next, from one elite to another, may your harvest be grand, and may we bring elites back to multiplayer. I'm Euclid Gamer, and I'll see you all later.